The Wizard, guys, has gotten a buff in the last set of balance changes. That's right, the Wizard, a card that has not had a balance change in over 5 years. This is honestly a big change in the game, and one that is a little bit controversial as well, because obviously a lot of mid-ladder players really hate the Wizard because it is everywhere in mid-ladder, but a lot of players at the top of ladder and in competitive have been saying the Wizard could use a small buff because it has been fairly weak high up on ladder. So in today's video, what we're going to be testing out is the Wizard after his buff. He got a 5% hit points buff. What that means is he's going to be able to survive poison now, and he also won't get one-shotted by things like the mini P.E.K.K.A. And there's probably a few other interactions that have changed as well. What's interesting though is the Evolve Wizard actually has gotten a nerf because his shield has less hit points. So the Evolve Wizard shield can be taken off by Log and Zap now. But because the regular Wizard has gotten a buff, it makes me question if the Evolve Wizard might actually be better after the Evolve Wizard nerf because of the Wizard buff. Because under the Evolve Wizard shield is, of course, the regular Wizard. He's probably going to want to NATO the Ghost to the King, so I'm pressuring with a Ram Rider to make it hard for him to defend. So hopefully we can get some damage after he decided to get the King activated. I think, unfortunately, though, he is going to be able to defend. Oh, we do get the Ram Rider to connect, so actually that's pretty decent, I would say. He did get the King activated, but Ram Rider charge puts us ahead by quite a lot of damage, so I'm content with that. This is the deck that finished #1 in the world last season, so we're going to see if it's still very, very good after the Evolve Wizard rework, I guess you can say. And we're going to go in for a Ghost here. He's got the Demolisher. I think probably we could either void that or... I think, yeah, we actually could void it because when he goes Executioner, P.E.K.K.A. is going to be decent against that as well. I just want to get rid of the Demolisher because it's honestly quite annoying and does get a lot of value. We'll just go in for a Bandit here and see what he wants to do. I think if he decides to do the Golden Knight dash, maybe we just get a P.E.K.K.A. here. And he decided to Log. That Log actually goes to complete waste because, as you can see, it just missed the Bandit, so that was really clutch. He messed up the Ice Spirit, excuse me. Wow, okay, look at that. Ram Rider coming in here. We can get a Evo Wizard coming in on the back end. Golden Knight does not dash on top of the Wizard. He does go Log, and as you see, the Log does take the shield off. It one-shots the Ice Spirit, though. Wizard on top of the tower, and oh my goodness, we got a lot of damage. And all this guy can do is sit and clap, I guess, applauding our good push. So let's just go in for a P.E.K.K.A. in the back here, and we do have Ram Rider in cycle. I think maybe I can win this without even having to use the Ram Rider much, which is what you've seen so far. I mean, with him having the cannon and also being able to go in for the defensive drill, it could be a little tricky sometimes for it to get damage. And as you see, the Wizard actually, I think it might actually beat the Executioner one-on-one, but the cannon ended up helping out, so we didn't see for sure if that would have been the case or not. So let's go in for the Ram Rider here, and we can get a Zap going. He's going to have to go in for a defensive building, I think, right? Oh my gosh, he got the cannon down late, and he says good luck. This guy is not very happy. So we'll just go in for a P.E.K.K.A. here on top of the Golden Knight, and it's pretty much only a matter of time now until we win this, I would say. He's going to go in for the Executioner. We're going to get a Void going on top of it, and he is going to protect it with the Demolisher, but we can go for the Evo Wizard, which is going to splash both of them, and we won't be able to get through with a Ram Rider, I don't think, because that cannon is still up. The cannon stays on the map sometimes for a really long time, but I'll just cycle a Zap here, and once we get back around to the Evo Zap, I think we probably can close out the game by just cycling spells, especially when we get into triple elixir, of course. So let's go in for a Wizard here, and he is going to go for his Evo Drill, which actually can be really obnoxious to deal with. So I'm going to get an Evo Zap going on top of the Executioner, as well as that Golden Knight there, to make sure he had no chance of getting through. I think that was better instead of Evo zapping the tower, because it's better to be safe than sorry, and the Void is dealing a ton of damage anyway to the tower, so I think at this point, because we're in triple, we can pretty easily just spell cycle, because even if the Void doesn't take it here, we're going to be back to our zap in no time, and because his Evo Drill's out of hand, he can't get the damage he needs. We get the zap on the tower, and that's going to be a good game, a nice and easy game 1. Here we go, in our next game here, this guy does have the Dagger Duchess, which likely means already, before I even know what his deck is, this match is going to get easier as it progresses because the Dagger Duchess is best in single elixir, and then it gets pretty bad in double and especially triple. So we'll see what he has. He has the Rage and the Wizard, which makes me think there's a very high chance he has Elixir Golem because those are two cards you, of course, see with the E-Golem. The next thing you play... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think it's E-Golem. I think we can pretty safely say that now. I'm going to go in for a Royal Ghost here. I think we should get some pressure going because I'm fairly confident I can just go in for a Wizard and defend the E-Golem as well as the Night Witch as long as I make sure his Void doesn't kill it. I also don't know how he's going to actually be able to defend what we just went in for the King. He has to go Skelly King and he has to go Skellies as well. So we're going to go in for a Wizard here, and then we'll get a Bandit going to protect, to make sure that he cannot get a Void going to kill the Wizard. As you see, we protect with the E-Spirit, and just like that, absolutely incredible start to this game. In fact, I would say we might have already won, potentially. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, though, because we got to deal with this Skelly King. He's going to go in for the ability, but we'll get a very nice Zap going, I think, and we should be fine. He's going to pop it, so let's get a Zap going to help out, and then a Ghost for some splash, and hopefully we are able to save our tower here. We'll just go in for a Bandit to ensure that that Skelly King isn't a problem, and just like that, we're still in an amazing spot, because even though he's dealt a lot of damage to both of our towers, we've dealt some damage to the King Tower, and also, wait a minute, the Bandit just dashed, Ramrider coming in, and we actually have Evo Zap, which we can go in for right now, and the Ramrider is getting a ton of damage on top of the King Tower. So it looks like we definitely will be going in for the 3 crown this match for sure. He's going to go in for an E-Golem. I think we definitely need to ignore the, for sure we need to ignore the Wizard in the other lane and focus on defending this. That's definitely the right play here. And yeah, we are going to get a lot of Elixir, which is good, but this might be a little annoying. Let's see. Let's go in for a P.E.K.K.A here and see what he wants to do from there. Maybe we go in for a Ghost as well as a Bandit in this lane to get some pressure going dual lane, which I think can be pretty beneficial. And we'll get an E-Spirit going here. And let's get a Wizard going and see what he wants to do. He's going to void the P.E.K.K.A. Wow, I don't know why he did that. I think that might have been a mistake, especially right when I went in for the Wizard. It was very bad timing for him to do that, I think. We're going to go in for a P.E.K.K.A. here. And then we're going to go in for a Ramrider. We're just going to straight up go for the 3 crown. And then we're going to get a Void going to take out this Dagger Duchess. So he has less going for him on defense. Zap going on the Evo Skellies. Wait, we didn't even need it. There we go. That's going to be a 3 crown against E-Golem. Really, really nice win. Wizard getting a ton of value. Here we go. We found a game against Lucas. Let's see if this guy wants to do anything. If not, we'll just zap his tower. With P.E.K.K.A, you usually want to make the first play. He goes in for a zap as well. So that means there's a pretty good chance he could be using what I'm using, or maybe Lava, now that we see the guards. Zapping guards, probably Lava, or it could be the Gob Giant spam deck, potentially. That would be my guess of what he's using, if I had to make a prediction. And with the Inferno Drag, likely means we are probably going to see Lava. And he just went in for a Void on top of the Ghost, so perfect timing to go in for a Wizard. That might have actually ended up being a pretty big mistake on his end, especially if we can get something going off of this Wizard. So I'd say let's go in for a P.E.K.K.A here. Good timing to do so, because he just used his Inferno Drag, and his guards are still out of cycle as well. He needs to play, I believe, one more card until he's back to them. And yeah, look at this. He is going to go in for a Valkyrie. Let's get a Zap going, E-Spirit, to try to take care of this. Unfortunately, though, the guards are very strong, so he was still able to defend despite that. But the nice thing is, because he just used his Valk and his guards, he might not have anything in cycle here for this Bandit. As you can see, he has to go in for an Inferno Drag, so we're going to get some really solid damage over there. And then I think we could actually potentially go in... Oh, wow, that is very aggressive. I think we just do this, and then we Void this, and then I think that should actually be good. I think... Okay, yeah, the Ramrider makes it. The Balloon gets a shot, but we actually still have a good lead, so this is still a good situation for us. The only problem, I feel like, is when he gets in double, it's going to be hard to get some of my spammed units, the spammy units to the tower, like the Ghost and the Bandit, for example, because it's going to be harder for us to outcycle his ground units, like the guards and the Valkyrie, but we'll see what we can do, I guess. He might end up going in for a Lava here. Oh, wow, he goes Lava in the other lane. I think what we should do is go all out, pressure the left lane here. We might even be able to get a 3 crown. I thought he would have wanted to go Lava same lane. I feel like that might have been potentially a little bit of a mistake. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Let's see what happens. He is going to go in for a Valkyrie. Let's get an Evo Zap going here. And I think we will need to follow up with a E-Spirit that still doesn't kill them. Wait, let's see. Let's go in for a Void on top of the Balloon, and then we'll get a Wizard going. He's definitely going to want to Void this Wizard, that I know. So we get a Bandit going, and... Wait, the Void didn't hit the Wizard. I think we might have pushed it out of range with the Bandit. I'm not really sure. Either that or he missed it, but either way, the Wizard stayed alive. he is going to go for a Desperation Push in the left lane. We will get a P.E.K.K.A down for it, and if he decides to go for a Balloon, we'll definitely get a Void on top of it, and I think this should probably be good game. Yeah, this is going to be a great win against Lava. Wizard is very good against Lava, so the Wizard buff is going to be very good as well if you're running Wizard and you happen to run into a Lava deck. So there you go. That is going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think about the Wizard buff. Do you guys think the Evolve Wizard is going to be worse or better after the Wizard buff, but the shield nerf that it got? But regardless, the regular Wizard is going to be better for sure. There's going to be some interactions that are different, so be on the lookout for it. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. You can use creator code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game, and thanks again until next time, guys.